Hey guys, Dungeon Master Drew here. Do you like dungeons? Do you like to crush your enemies, to see them driven before you, and to hear the lamentation of their kinfolk? Well, how about some goofy characters getting into ridiculous situations? If so, come check us out at Roll 420s on the Binge on this channel, where fantasy meets craziness as my friends Brian, Star, Connor, and Sam try to navigate the world of high fantasy. Be sure to check us out on the bingeonthischannel.com, the Binge on this YouTube channel, Podbean, Apple Podcasts, and anywhere else you get your podcasts. Happy rolling.
When she got all of her...
You're calling these girl headphones?
No, I'm saying when she got her stuff to start recording for voiceover.
Yeah.
Those are the ones she got.
Nice.
All right, here we go, boys. Sound speed and check.
Rolling.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Thank you, Roadcaster, for sponsoring us with this song.
Testing.
Hello.
That's right.
All right,
We can
cool.
hear you all.
Maybe I need there we go.
We're here. We're queer and we're
Hello, can you hear me?
doing podcasts.
You're a little...
Can you hear me?
I can really hear you.
That one's way too down.
All right, there we go. Okay, cool.
Right there is
Wow,
good.
I'm in his 3? Okay, cool.
All right.
Jesus
All right.
Christ. Okay. All right.
Hey, is that song in here? That one that's like horrible, like where we don't know where it starts?
I think it's... No.
No. It's in the next thing over.
It's gotta be page over.
Yeah, it's
I'm
gotta-
pulling that song.
How do we page over again? That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Was it
And then
Yeah. That's the shitty...
It's like it has no beginning or end.
Yeah, it's literally right in the middle of the song. And then there's no end. Unless you end it. Oh my god,
Yeah, unless you go like-
fucking
and cut.
All right, I'm going to just have to grip it like this. All right, guys.
We could get you some duct tape.
That's fine. We'll figure it out. Welcome to another episode. Are you linked up Bluetooth-wise? You're good. Welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. My name is Brian. As always, I am here with my
some
friend. Here's a pillow.
Well, because like I gotta sit close to this because my headphones can't like.
And we're here with the new crew
There we
of
go.
new dudes. Sam on my left, Zach Vetterman on my right. And we're back on another episode of This, That, and the Other.
Here we are.
America's greatest podcasting show.
Damn right.
If this is your first time hearing us, thank you guys so much. It is a pleasure to have found our way into your home. Oh my god, this cord. Can you guys hear that? This is a shit show.
In and out and in and out and in and out and in and out.
Someone covered the dead noise while I
Well, actually, I have no sound either because I had to unplug.
Covering for
three of us veterans.
dead sound. Covering for dead sound. Covering for
Put me back in number 2.
a little
Stick it in
lack
there.
in
Just stick it in there.
content.
Hello. God, why do these headphones again?
Why do they do the things that they
All
do?
right. Well, I can't hear
when
myself
they're
except.
doing the things that they're doing.
I
doing
switched
that
them
thing.
around. Yeah. Oh well, if I pull out the jack halfway for some fucking reason, that works.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, well, whatever works.
Yeah.
Sometimes, ladies and germs, when you're staring at a man's butt, you got to think, what's going to work?
Pull it out halfway.
Pull it out halfway.
Sorry. That was a very smart. Okay.
Oh, Brian.
Let's try this one more time.
You need to-
Oh, okay.
You need
There
to
we
wash
go.
your feet, you fucking gross motherfucker.
I got orc feet. All right, let's try this one more
You
time.
walk out in the wilderness with those things. Wilderness being Los Angeles.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, once again for This, That, and the Other.
Yay!
We're trying.
Oh, no, you
God.
were that-
We're messing it all up.
We already fucked it up again.
It doesn't matter.
We can.
Maybe we should just start there.
All this time that I left it here, and you can. How do I know? Hey guys, it's me. It's your boy. It's Brian. To the left of me, Sam.
What's
Dirty
up?
Dick Maskell. To the right of me, Zach.
Dirty Dick?
Small nipples veteran. And this is This, That, and the Other. Yeah. America's horniest podcast brought to you by the Binge on this network.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you so much for listening to us. As always, if this is your first time listening to our delicious voices as they caress the inside of your cranium, we thank you so much, and we hope that you're able to give us a 5-star review just the way that your mother did. But if this is your 15th time, or maybe even 99th time, because today is the 99th episode of This, That, and the Other, ladies and gentlemen, as we get closer and closer to the final 100th episode, and as we begin our centennial, he's crushing it. The guy in the background who's playing. We're almost there, guys. 100 episodes. Can you believe that? 100 episodes.
Hundo, man. A lot of stuff happened since number one.
A lot of things. One episode. We started it almost 2-3 years ago. You know, we've gone through 3 different places.
Yeah.
Babies. You know, equipment, coronavirus, pandemics, the whole thing. Mandamics. It's been quite a ride. We've added on people. We've started shows. We went from 1 show to 6 shows.
Wow.
We started a network.
Wow.
We've met people all over the world because of
Murdered some
everything.
hookers
It
and
was
put them
Buried them out off the freeway.
It was crazy. But you know what? At the end of the day, we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't for you guys. So please make sure that you guys review us. Let your friends know that we're back. We're here. We're alive. We're in action. And the Patreon link is
Barely alive
as well, guys. So don't forget to go and donate if you can. There's 3 different types of tiers right now. $3, $5, $10. If you want to start something as low as $3, you get shouted out on many of the shows. You can even have a character made of you on Roll 420s.
Hey.
Yeah, you can have a sick-ass fucking
D&D character.
A D&D character that gets murdered
forever
in constant torment.
You'll constantly
Dragons game.
all these people were just all going to kill him all the time.
Yeah, we could just add you on as a slave. It would be their D&Ds, everything. It's very
What
cool.
sort of slave?
You could sit down and have a conversation with Dr. Alex.
A happy and content slave.
Yeah. A politically correct slave.
You're not mad that you're a slave. You're no, you know.
More like a slave to the corporation.
More like
Exactly.
a Burger King employee. Not really a slave.
Basically.
But, you know, you're there.
Yeah, you get to smoke weed in a parking lot.
A minimum wage slave.
Yeah, you could even hang
$15
out
isn't bad to be a slave.
and the front of the house and eat all the fries you want. You know what I mean? That's
Exactly.
the stuff we're offering.
You got a uniform.
For $3 a month. But you could also sit down and talk to Dr. Alex from the Sacred Circle. Maybe you have some type of emotional trauma. Maybe you just need some conversations or a question answered. Dr. Alex is your man. He's the guy, bro. So there's a lot of things that you guys can potentially get from us by helping us out. And so we really, really want you guys to go check it out. You'll see it right down there at the bottom of the video. Patreon link at Binge on this
You're pointing to my crotch.
channel.
I was like, damn, okay.
Right here. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with Rant Corner. Yeah.
Shit.
Look at that. The happy crowd.
That happy
I like
crowd.
a happy crowd. Let's go ahead and move left around the table. Sam, Maskell, let's start with your...
Yeah, I don't know. What should I rant about?
Why would you... That's not how this works. You have to know how to rant.
Well, I kind of want to bring fascism back. Is that a bad thing?
That's a statement, but I'll allow it.
Started by the Italians.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yeah. I kind of want to bring it back. Okay. Maybe not for its like politics, but maybe like how we how we implement things.
Get a little more specific.
Like
really put yourself out there,
like
so that I can cancel you later. Really commit.
Really commit. Yeah, well, no, I was just watching some lady, like a high-speed pursuit that ended with a lady who jumps out of the car and then she grabs like the baby out of the back seat and goes on a run in the helicopters and like everything. She like wrecked the Jeep, and I was like, well, right there, should we just like maybe not euthanize the adult, but maybe like. So she can't have babies anymore? Maybe we sterilize?
Some mandatory sterilization.
Yes, because she already had one and don't need any more. You could turn your life around.
I feel that.
You could still turn your life around, but you don't need any more. Potentially. There we go. We don't need any more potential degenerates in the streets.
Hell yeah.
We will take them, line them up.
Yeah, fuck you.
We have this wonderful place. It's called a gulag for them.
Fuck the babies. I'd be down for fascism.
Well, no, and then you put the baby in a system where they kind of grow up and they work machinery and shit like that. And then we go on to the next country and we're like, hey guys, like this is what you should do.
Cold
if you don't
fish
do it, we're
soup.
gonna make you do it.
Yeah, I like that.
Borscht.
Yeah, you make cold fish soup.
Yeah. Everyone wears gray.
Everyone makes gray. Everyone
Identical
makes gray
outfits.
too.
Yeah.
You don't make love anymore. You just
No.
make gray.
Art, you're only allowed 3 colors maybe, and they better not be bright.
They're like 3 shades of. They're 3 shades of gray.
It can't be the primary. Well, it's a brown,
Yeah.
Oof.
a vomit green,
Yeah. Okay.
and maybe like the most gross gray we can find. Not like a good gray.
Like that gross gray from Harry Potter, the way the orcs were colored.
Oh,
really
yeah.
gross, like
But the red in there was a little too flashy for my taste. If I was a, but you know
Little bit.
who when I watched Hunger Games, I related the most to that gray-haired king, and I was like, that's
Who? Wesley or
Kiefer
Sutherland?
That Donald Sutherland.
Donnie
I was
Sutherland.
like, that's a man
Yeah.
with a plan. He knows how to keep these people in line,
Yeah.
and this bitch is fucking it all up for everybody.
Yeah.
And now everyone's shooting each other.
Like, why is she so hungry? Can someone
Why
explain
is
me?
she- why is that
Why are
bitch
you so
so-
hungry?
I mean,
Didn't he give them
she was-
everything they wanted?
She was
them
more
everything.
thirsty than she was hungry.
He loved every single one of them people like his own kids, but they just kept being hungry. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers.
Motherfuckers.
So,
Is this not enough for you?
And then I thought about that, like as I was driving here, and every fucking asshole that cut me off or did anything stupid, I was like, right there, infraction. You get 4 of those, and then we take you out in the street and we neuter you. No
Well,
more.
I was gonna piggyback off
more
of
of
that.
you.
Actually, I'm down for
We got too many idiots.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down
I
for.
stood in line today for fucking 30 minutes to buy groceries.
Well, yeah, but that's part of it.
There's 12 lines.
Yeah, but there's only 3 of them of them.
Yeah.
We'll go get a job at a grocery
Yeah,
store then.
Every time.
I'm gonna piggyback off of that, dog. You know, I'm down for that, bro. Here's what would make fascism appealing to me, right? Like big booty women, right? You know what I'm saying? Like if every man got a big booty woman, or every woman got a big dick man, you know what I'm saying? Like boom, bet. All right. 2, you know what I'm saying? 1 baby. You know what I mean? 1 baby policy. Chinese got a lot of things right. You know what? No,
Now they're
dog.
two-
I'm
now
trying to
they're
be
at 2.
dramatic.
Now they're at 2.
Why would I bring a song up just for you to bring it down halfway through? You madman.
Copyright
Number
restrictions.
3. No
Copyright
Zach Vetterman.
restrictions. That's
Look,
why.
when the guy
They
in
can suck
Independence
a
Day,
dick.
when the president in Independence Day was giving his speech,
Yeah.
nobody turned the music down on
Nobody
that.
turned the music down while he was hyping the crowd up.
That's because technically there was no music playing there. That's just for the audience watching the movie.
Wait,
He was
hold on.
doing
You're
that in
telling me
silence,
Wait a
bro.
minute, you're telling me nobody. There was no music. There were no transitions between there and Africa, where they were all.
Maybe one schizophrenic could see it all,
hear it, yeah.
but
This is gonna make a great movie.
bro, this is gonna be awesome.
I would be surprised, man, if iTunes did send us a cease and desist because of it. Fucking, I'm down.
What is this from?
Hunger Games,
bro.
Oh,
It's not iTunes, bro. That's gonna
wait,
send us a
you
cease and
found
desist.
it. Oh, I
It's
didn't
gonna be
realize-
like the Warner Bros. company, bro. They got that HBO money,
They're gonna be
bro.
like, hey, they're gonna be like, sir, we're gonna
They'll
need
just
you to
take
stop.
things down and be like, hey, just take this out.
Hey, I've always said a cease and desist letter is as good as a
How do
congratulations.
they know the fucking violin parts?
The AI?
They just
Yeah, I
have
recognize
computers.
I could hit a C.
I could play the song almost exactly right except for one note, and they'd sue
And
me.
they still find you.
I
They
thought
find me.
I thought you can like take that and put it on 8-bit. Like you could take like a score and like or a famous.
I think at
thing
8-bit
and-
at that point,
Eight-bitify it?
it's
Yeah,
a
that's different.
change
That's
enough
different
that-
enough.
Like you do Rage Against the Machine all 8-bit.
Yeah, that's
You could
different
still
enough.
be fine. Could you do the Beatles on 8-bit? Probably not. They'd find some way to stop you to do it. So I think a 1 kid policy is a very smart move. I mean, either way, like because there's too many fucking kids, man. Like, and I think
He's
that's
not wrong.
in order to like
A lot
get
of them in
here's-
cages.
I think in order to get your money from the state for your children, you need to get your tubes tied. After you decide to get help for the first kid.
Bro, it's so hard to just get your tubes tied
you know,
already, bro.
Americans are gonna freak when you're like, you have that
I
word.
mean,
have
You want
to?
this money?
I mean, that's what
You want this money, baby? Then
yeah,
dance.
but that's what I'm thinking
Make
of in
them
my
tubes
whole
tied.
mind during both of these. I'm like, do you know how many Americans are like, it's my body, my the
Yeah,
fact that they
bro,
won't
but
wear
what
a
I'm saying,
goddamn mask,
what
you
I'm
want to
saying
neuter them
is,
in
what
the
I'm saying
street?
is
Taking a shot though.
if they're coming to us, the government, and they're going, give me money, and I'm like, why? And they're like, because I got kids. I'd be like, I bet. I'll give you this money. Stop
But
having
no
kids.
more. But no more.
No, what do you mean I can't have kids and have you pay for them? No. No.
Okay, all
Fuck
right,
you.
all
you
right.
have 1 kid. That's
Fair
it.
enough.
All right. Well,
But-
do you get what I'm saying? Like, why
No,
would
no, no.
I
I understand. I'm just saying it's gonna be a hard sell.
But kids aside, what if the government came and told you and was like, "Here's some money."
We're talking about
here's
two
a
different
shot.
things, though. Oh, like about the vaccine?
Yeah.
Like if they were like, yo, everybody gets $500 if you get the vaccine.
Bro, they've been trying to do shit like
No,
that.
they try and give me Krispy Kreme. They try and give me they try and give me shitty tickets at the Comedy Store. They try and give me fucking.
Didn't you get free money this last year from the government?
We want to get down to that.
We're
Like,
talking-
we really
we're
want to
talking
get
about
down to
stimmies
the
now.
$3,600 that the government gave us over a 12-month span.
What if they're like the $5 of that's for the shot?
Oh, if it came back to us
Yeah,
for
they're
that.
like, yeah, but
You know, they could
$5
really,
is for the shot.
they could really do that. Like theoretically, imagine that. Like as funny as South Park
Pay us
maybe
back.
made fun of it, they could turn right around and be like, "Guys, you agreed to this by taking this money.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you
in
guys
the fine
have to
print.
take this."
I'm pretty
fucking-
sure that there's a state that's paying people to get the shot right now.
How much? You already got the shot. And you already.
Yeah,
and I also
fucked
have the
up,
shot.
man. Like, and I
government.
had to
we
get
had to hold
nothing
out.
for it.
We had to hold out.
I also have
had
my
to play
shot,
hard to get.
government. If anyone was listening,
up. You
but
didn't get a shot.
I got my card right here.
Yeah, bullshit.
Yeah,
Who's fucking photocopied?
no,
card?
dude, this is authentic card.
Last week you didn't have the shot, and this week you can't.
It's an authentic card.
So it's in the card with
it's just
nothing
not
written on
filled
it.
out yet.
With
dumb.
nothing
It's
written
It's
on
not
it.
so
filled out
dumb.
yet.
You're
It's not
so
filled
dumb.
out yet. So
How much that set you back?
and I got lucky.
He got in line.
and just jacked it
And just left.
Yeah.
While the nurses had their backs turned, he went, "You?"
I found the right color Play-Doh and put it on my arm. So now when they
Nice.
stuck the needle in there, like
It didn't work.
I spit it out my mouth.
Purple.
I was like, I held the pills.
You got the
purple.
purple.
Purple. But the reason why I said that, dog, is because the other day I was shopping at the meat store. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I was in
the
there
the meat store. You guys know the meat
the
store.
meat store, you know what I'm saying? And so I was like chilling at the meat store, and it was like I saw this little kid, you know what I'm saying? He was like this little fat little kid like me,
And he's
like he looked
"That'd be
like
some
me.
Good meat.
That little. I was like, sweetbreads. But I saw a little kid, and I was like looking around for his mom, you know what I'm saying? Because he like had shenanigans in his eyes, and I was like, no, I don't like.
He's like, this is when I needed a van.
Yeah, I was like, I don't need any type of this vibes going on right now. So this little shit, imagine this as I'm standing there at the meat place for this dude to come, the butcher to come and get me.
meat place.
The little fucking kid comes over and he touches where they weigh the meat. And he, with his bare
Your
hands, no, that's my meat. He touches where they weigh the meat, and he starts rubbing his little fucking kid hands all over the fucking meat thing and everything.
Greasy little
And I'm looking
Kool-Aid
around,
fingers.
and I'm like, where's the mom? Like, what's going
Why
on?
don't you
Like,
say, hey?
oh, you're goddamn right. I said, hey. I was like, hey. And he like looked at me. I was like, stop touching the goddamn meat thing.
Well, don't say it like that.
I said it. I said, stop touching the goddamn meat thing.
Just like that.
I said it just like that. And he ran off. He fat kid waddled away. And I was like, yeah, motherfucker. And so then I turn
And
around.
then the dad comes.
2
and he's
minutes
like
later.
some 6'5".
No. 2 minutes later, the little fucking shit. He's back at the meat fucking thing, and he's like looking around to see if there's
course.
anybody
Well,
watching
Because
him.
now you told him not to do
Yeah,
it.
So
now
he
he's
goes up and
cautious.
puts his greasy little candy hands on top of it. And I slash my hands and I say, "Hey, motherfucker!" I said, "Stop touching the meat thing."
No,
And-
see, that's where you got it wrong. You got to go, hey. And he looked at you and go, there's germs.
No.
You think that
No.
fucking kid who just
No.
hopped the border last night is gonna know
No.
germs? That little shit don't even know what's going on. He thinks he's in Mexico. The motherfucker keeps touching shit like he's in the barrio, fool. Like,
no idea
he
what's
doesn't know what's
bro.
going on.
No idea
His
what's going
mom
on.
doesn't even know what's going on. They snuck in here at the bottom of an 18-wheeler yesterday. Like he's still touching shit
Well,
all
then
the
just
time.
tell him La Migra's coming.
He thought you were.
that's like
He thought you were
Again,
the
I'll get
coyote
the
that
meat.
helped sneak him over.
Yeah, he doesn't know what's going on, dude. He's just happy being in America. So then his mom came and she like grabbed him and she's like, "Kiss this," and I was like, and then I walked away and I was like, "Fuck
Just
kids,
do this
dog."
next time.
I was like,
Yeah, just
"Fuck
act.
kids."
Or just pull your meat out.
And
be like, "Rub this."
You have a daughter, dog. Stop saying shit like that. You need to be the. You need to be the. What are you doing?
I need an adult.
Stop. That's my baby, dog. Stop talking
being,
like that.
It's like being It's like being Jewish. I can make Jew jokes. I got a kid now. I can make pedophile jokes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's exactly the same thing, but
I mean, it's within the vein. I mean, shout out to Will B. Jackson, by the way, whose studio this is that we're using.
Yes,
Will B.
thank you.
Martinez. Thank you, Will. Will's dog recently passed away.
Yes,
the other night after 15 years. And
15 years, bro.
so Will, before I go into that though, real quick, shout out to Will. What do you want to rant?
Oh, my
about?
rant,
what's
bro?
What's your rant?
Let's talk about the homeless.
Oh,
All right.
Okay.
I got an idea. I got a plan. No one ever likes hearing it, but I got it.
But it's ultra fascist.
okay.
Bro, there's a shit ton of like abandoned convention centers, stadiums, big ass places. What we do is we round up homeless, all right? We round them up. Like, we don't do it immediately. Like, they can't be fresh homeless. Give them a chance to bounce back. But if, like, a cop is like, I've seen that dude there for, like, 3 months now. Round his ass up. Haul his ass to the stadium, to the convention center. We keep him locked in. And once a month, they drop in food, water, medical supplies, and all the
weapons.
fucking drugs you can do. No weapons allowed. I don't want them murdering each other.
I want to televise.
Yeah,
I just want them fucking ODing.
I thought that was the vibe. Yeah, I thought
All
we were.
right, fine. We can have like, all right, we can have it state by state. Like if they want to have
one gun, 3 bullets.
If they want to have their homeless centers be battle royale style or not.
Yeah.
But I think California would be like, we need to do this humanely, just like we do with our cows.
Here's the thing.
But Kentucky would be down,
They'd
bro.
be in.
They'd be down.
They'd be
100%.
racing homeless people on top of other homeless people.
They'd be like, all right, there's a track around the stadium. You got to be running. You got to be
like
running.
Mad Max style, Thunderdome.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we do with them, bro. There's enough abandoned places that we can just either that.
You're good.
Yeah. Oh,
God damn it! Can you hear me?
You're good.
Fuck it. Either that or God, it's like there's an old bit. It's an old bit from an older comedian. It's like we box off those 4 states that all touch each other like right in the middle, and we give
the
those
4
to the
points.
the 4 points, and we give those to the homeless. We wall them off. We wall off the states so they can't get out.
Just pit the homeless against the Indians. Figure out at the end of the day.
but a
those
lot
will
of
be the
Indians
two-
are homeless.
Okay, they're Benedict Arnolds. You know what I mean? They got to choose. You know what I'm saying? Like they have to figure it out. There. I like that idea. You know what I mean? I'm starting to get to the point with the homeless, like especially the obnoxious homeless.
That's
There's
the
like
thing, bro. Here's the thing.
No. Just send the homeless overseas
to fight.
Yeah.
I wanted to do that.
We just make them the military.
Well, I said we just send crazy suicidal people from the suicide ward over there. And it's like, okay,
that's the
you
real
guys want to
Suicide
die?
Squad.
Like that's the real, yeah, bro.
Suicide Squad, motherfucker.
They better be on their
that's-
medication though.
See, but they all get out there. We give them a gun and they all shoot themselves.
Yeah, they'd kill them.
And then we lose all the wars.
Yeah,
I
we'd be
would
fucked.
just pump them full of meth, keep them up for a week, and just tell them that they're the devil.
Ooh, and then just drop them.
Yeah.
You see those men over there,
It's kind of
boys?
scary though.
We gotta go get. They're the devil.
Yeah, because
Satan.
you know what ends up happening though is you end up in an Osama bin Laden situation where you've created a monster and then you let the monster go into the mountains.
I mean, doesn't the U.S. government do that every like 10, 12 years?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's about time for a new one.
And then 15 years later, your kid is getting enlisted into the military, and they're like, "Where are you shaving off to?" And they're like,
Bro,
"Spooky,
we gotta-
Spooky Ghost Cave." And you're like, "Oh no, not Spooky Ghost Cave."
Cave.
That's where they dropped off all them retarded people on meth. That's where they dropped off all them retards on meth. They live in the mountains. Like,
Wait, retards or homeless people?
oh Jesus!
Retards or homeless people?
a little, I don't know.
A little bit of
Aren't they? A
both.
little bit of both.
a little bit of this,
I
a
think you gotta
little
be
bit of that.
retarded. Well, there you go. That's some good
So
Rant
homeless
Corner.
people have been pissing you off?
You pick up one too many homeless meth heads, and you start to make some decisions. You start to learn from your mistakes. All right, folks. All I'm saying is, if a tweaker wants a ride to a Rite Aid at 1 a.m. from a McDonald's parking lot, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You'll just spend the next 4 hours trying to kick that meth head out of your car.
Oh my God, yeah. No, don't. Yeah.
Don't do that.
Don't do it.
Whack.
We got meth mouth going on.
Meth mouth.
Whack.
Meth mouth. It looks like they're trying to like chew a silly putty with their lips.
Ugh, ew, that's so gross. Meth mouth. Man, yeah, that's my favorite thing to type in a porn.
Meth mouth porn.
Meth mouth porn. Yeah, I love that.
I mean,
love that
this
shit.
dude loves a lady who can just pop out her teeth and give him head.
It's the midnight special.
And that's why they jiggle so much. Anyway.
I feel like the only free bastion, the only free space for free speech now is the comments for Pornhub. You know what I'm saying? Like
They be wild. They be
say-
wild in those
You can say
Pornhub
whatever you
comments.
need in there. You can do whatever you need there. Nobody
Filling
says
up with a
anything.
lot of bots though now.
Yeah, it's not the
Filling
same.
up with it's not like it used to be, y'all.
Not the same.
Not since they like got rid of half their content, bro. Not since they were like, we have standards now.
Oh yeah.
You're Pornhub.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
You do porn.
that's your job. That's the one
Let the
thing you're
sick
supposed to
nasty
do.
freaks watch what the sick nasty freaks want. And they're like, nah, we can't do that.
Let them do what they want to do, man. The Olympics ended recently, guys. So
Oh my God,
that is
finally?
officially-
When did they start?
like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
2
really?
weeks ago.
No. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. Just-
Yeah, they're done.
Oh man,
It's
this whole
officially over.
month has been a blur.
America won. They won in overall medals.
It's because they're all on that
USA.
weed.
Yeah, and then it was China, and then the Republic of C, ROC, the fake Russian. Because the Russians aren't allowed to be in the Olympics this year because of the doping scandal.
The Republic of roided out athletes
of Kosovo or whatever.
But they're still sneaking motherfuckers in there.
That's how. Imagine how scary you have to be as a person to where the world won't mess with you, even though they know you fucking like they know you're.
I mean, like country-wise, I think like America and Russia are like pretty similar, like in size.
Like size wise?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought of that.
I don't think so, right? Like the square footage of Russia is way bigger than America.
All right, but like the livable parts of Russia.
I don't think there is a livable part of Russia. The whole thing, you hear that? The whole
Booty
area is just
pow!
fucking. Let's get serious here. Like these guys,
Let's get real.
They eat wolves and bears for breakfast. Like
it's the home of crocodile.
Like you literally wake up in Russia knowing you're Russian and you're done. Like
that's why you drink so much.
That's why a bottle of vodka is like standard issue in every house.
But I think that's crazy, man. It's like that one dude that you don't mess with no matter what he ends up doing at the place. You're just like, don't fuck with him.
You don't mess
with him. Let him do what he wants. Like Putin, Russia overall as a whole.
How long do you think before he's gone?
He won't be gone until he dies.
You think? Mm-hmm. You really think he won't be gone?
I don't even think that's the real Putin that we see on a regular basis. I think that's a Putin double.
CGI. That's all.
They're deep fakes. It's all deep fakes.
I used to be like, did you ever meet Biden? I used to be like, has any of you guys even met the president before? Then what do you like? You don't know.
I mean,
you don't know. You're crackling like a motherfucker.
All right.
You have to gorilla grip. When you gorilla grip.
You got great.
Gorilla grip.
There you go.
Okay.
Gorilla grip.
Well,
I do. Here's one thing that I did want to bring up randomly. How do you guys feel about people announcing divorces on social media?
I've never seen that.
You've never seen that?
No, like where it's kind of almost like an announcement of marriage, like where there's like
I'm finally done.
Yeah, it's like
it's finally over.
There's these posts. It's like
You mean like Facebook though, don't you? Because
no Instagram.
Really?
Like Instagram.
Really?
No. So I was wondering how you guys feel.
I don't know a lot of married people either.
Yeah.
I'm barely posting anything on my like relationship wise. Like I don't do that really anymore. I don't post any relationship stuff, and that really pisses Jane off sometimes. But I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to see other people's lives. I don't want.
We don't care about you or your life.
Like I want to see stuff like fun stuff maybe, or cool stuff that you've done. Like all right, cool, or something that you've created. But I don't.
But other than that. Like,
I just thought it was very interesting. I was like scrolling through and like you see them on Facebook, you know what I mean, where it's like, just
well, we're getting married or we're gonna have a boy or
but a divorce.
But a divorce I've never seen.
Like especially if you're if you're a nobody. You know what I mean? Like if you're just like a normal person like that, and like
it's not like Jennifer,
right? Like
Brad
Jay Cutler, Pitt. And when his wife broke up, like they made an announcement, hey, we're breaking up.
Or J-Lo and A-Rod.
Or who was Channing Tatum and his first girlfriend?
Yeah,
I mean, we're just talking about like people doing this, right?
No, I'm talking about normal, average people.
I can't who cares? Like, all right, cool, your friends all care. That's something, I guess. But like,
well, you could post something being like, "Damn, that's like hard times, but we'll get through this," and blah,
What is the benefit of it?
It's
kind of let everyone know.
It feels like it just feels like a sympathy grab.
Yeah.
You're fishing for sympathy. You're like, we're finally divorced. Or like, if you're a dude who's a scumbag and you're like, I'm finally divorced.
Yeah. Well, what if there's a little bit of scumbag in there? Because I would put it out there to kind of be like, so, if you guys haven't heard, this is why I haven't been really posting.
I mean, it's easier just to
for those chicks too to know, like, hey, like
he's back on the market.
Hey.
I mean, that's the benefit of social media. It's easier to make one post and then everyone hopefully sees it instead of having to like call up all your friends individually and be like, yep.
Why not just shut up and then if somebody brings it up, you just go, oh yeah.
Because people want attention, bro.
People want to be invited stuff now too.
I get it.
Bro, I couldn't invite you out to Vegas because your wife, but like, hey!
But thank God I saw your post.
Thank God I saw that post.
Good thing
I would have never known. We were going next month. I would have never known.
Yeah.
Like you hit it big on black. See, good thing you made that really intrusive post. Like, I'm so glad I monitor your life on a regular basis. We would have missed out on all this.
all of this
montage.
I feel like I do a very thorough job of vetting people for the most part. Like even before social networking, like or back in the day, like I always like to ask questions about people and be like, hey, like, what do you like? What's the 411 on this particular situation? And so now with like the ability to have like social media and just be able to go back and look at people's stuff, you know what I mean?
I've deleted
And,
everything on my Facebook that I could
I mean, you
find.
just gotta lock it, man. You just gotta make it private.
That's what I did. I deleted, like, I took off all the pictures that I didn't want, and I made it private. I wanted to keep it because to in case I needed to, and this was my justification because Jane was just like, just delete the thing, and I was like, yeah, but I've had this Facebook for so long, and I have friends and family all over the world, and like if I need to get a hold of somebody, like I know
Right
I
in
can
there.
get it right
You can do
there.
it instantly.
Yeah.
So
I think with the Facebook, especially with the Facebook, we've done it. Yo, you're good. Yeah, you're good. Vetterman's got to go and be a model real quick.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I have to go.
And he's gonna go crackle with someone else. We gotta figure out something
that's his
like
actual
that.
voice crackling. That's not the microphone.
But where can they find you?
Bros, ladies, dudes, and dudettes. You can find me on the Instagram, at comedy_hazard. That's comedy_hazard. Follow, like, subscribe, do the things.
Hey,
Support the Patreons. I'm
There
out of
you go.
here.
There we go.
and then we'll blend that in. Have fun, buddy.
Later, man.
Go model.
What are you doing?
He's got to go model some rave glasses.
Nice.
Yeah, that's why he's in his rave pants.
That's why you're wearing fucking
I love
Aladdin pants.
those pants, though. If I could find a pair of those pants, you would see me.
You gotta
in
go
those.
to Arabia and next to Alibaba's store.
I don't know. Jamie did at least one good thing, and that was buy you those pants. Though.
You just gotta take the fucking pillow stuffings out of that.
Hilarious. So funny. Yeah, let me know, man, and I'll just be here waiting for Danny. So, all right, buddy. Okay, so I was the social media thing.
The Facebook.
The Facebook. So I feel like I do a very, as I've gotten older too, a very thorough job of following up on who I plan on working with, like who it is. Like I always say it all the time, like you and I got very lucky that we did all of this at the beginning, and that there's not really anything going crazy. But there was this example the other day where a good friend of ours was doing a movie about the pandemic. And he and a buddy of his were very excited. They were in it. They were ready to get it done. 6 months later, 8 months later, they're in the middle of all this stuff. And lo and behold, because they're not aware of each other's chemistry, their dynamic, the whole thing kind of blows up in their face. All the work and everything, that's done.
Which is, I mean, more than anyone who has to put a movie. It's so common.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Is there any weed in here?
Yeah, there probably is. Yeah, there is.
It's super common.
And it breaks my heart, man, because like wasted potential.
But not just that. No, it's not just wasted potential though, because like if things don't pan out, the way I look at it is I'm talking about penis right now. if things, and I'm telling my penis, if things don't pan out, if things don't pan out, there has to be something learned in the whole process. Because like I had some project on me not pan out, crashed, a problem, and I spent a lot of time. And I wasn't mad because like I learned so much through the whole process. I was like, this is, like for the last 3 days I've been having render crashes, and I've finally figured it out. But I learned all about rendering in the last 3 days, like everything I need to know about different render engines and this and that and like graphics cards and blah blah blah, so much. And like it was horrible through the whole thing, and one of the things didn't work, but I wasn't mad. I was just like, okay, on to the next thing. But now I know how to render.
Yeah.
And now I actually know how to render and not make things like, work to my favor and not like overwork the engine for no fucking reason. Things like that.
So it's like in the end, like for you, it's like, okay, it's not that it crashed. Like it's like, you're like, okay.
Like, well, the next project, this is going to be not a problem.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because now I know.
Problem is people aren't like computers, though.
But you're right. But you said it yourself. Like now I vet people because now you know sort of what to look at.
Yeah.
I heard, who was I? Brendan Schaub. I was listening to one of the podcasts. I forget. He's on so many. But he was talking, and he said, going out with Joe Rogan sometimes, he can be so upfront with people because people come up and like pitch him an idea or say something to him or blah, blah, blah. And he'll just put his, nope, just right in their face. Nope. because he knows through the year he's been doing this for so long. As soon as he doesn't like to hear, it's like, you're wasting my time. It's gonna fall apart. And like, he was basically saying like, he's been told things by Joe Rogan or things like that, where like, look, this is not gonna work out, and he decides to do it anyway, and a year, 2 years later, it doesn't work out. It ends up blowing up in his face, and it took that long for him to learn it. And he's basically saying, like, with that knowledge of failing so many times, you see the seed problem at the beginning before it becomes a problem. So, like, that knowledge later on, you're just kind of like, you're vetting people, and you're like, can't deal with that because halfway through this fucking project, this is going to be an issue. And that's what where the knowledge comes in. So I don't know. I kind of roundabout. I just said
that's very interesting. Yeah, no, that is, because I do catch myself now more than ever kind of acknowledging the sort of like signals that I'm getting from my brain as far as like what could potentially work, rather than forcing something, because like there's always this mindset where it's like, well, just make it work. There's, especially out here in LA, it's like, just make it work. Like, just make it work.
The only thing you can make it
work.
The only thing you can do is work on yourself.
Is your stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
Nothing collaborative.
Yeah.
Nothing collaborative. That's one thing I've learned in all my years of artwork and dealing with people and stuff like that. One of the hardest things, and that's why movies are one of the hardest mediums to make. Yeah, that's
the music.
Yeah,
I thought it was the point outside.
No,
yeah, I agree.
Because there's so many people involved in making a movie, unless you do like a small, like, but I'm talking about like a movie.
Yeah,
like
no,
a studio movie.
Yeah, that's a whole thing.
But
for the most part, you'd rather do it alone versus having to deal with a crew of people.
Right, or you have like people that are completely involved. That's why people like Adam Sandler and what's his face, who just did Suicide Squad, and all those people keep
James Gunn. They keep their circle small. I've and for those of you guys who've been listening to us for almost 99 episodes now, I've said this from the very beginning. It's so important to have such a strong, solid base. A Wu-Tang vibe, as they say, because if you go to where you plan on going and you become as successful as you plan on becoming successful, like, those are the people that you deal with for the rest of your life. Like, those people end up becoming part of your financial tree. Like, if like you guys have to, like, pardon me, I saw that the American Picker people broke up. And they were friends for 40 years, like, before they became the American Picker people. Like, they were friends for 40 years.
Didn't that guy have trouble? The main, like, the gray-haired dude, the taller dude, didn't he have trouble with his wife too? And stuff?
He had wife trouble. The second dude felt like he was second fiddle. Like, there was a lot. But imagine a friendship of 40 years, gone in 10 years, a matter of 10 years. Whether that's an example of what fame will do to someone, or how.
Yeah, but that's friendships, man. Friendships are like waves, ups and downs, and like,
I guess 40 years of it. I mean, at that point, that's like,
especially with a lot of business, that's a lot of history.
That's a lot, dude.
And
like,
it's also, maybe they're just kind of like, yeah, like, we're not working with each other anymore, and like, we got our own stuff going on now. It's not like I hate the guy. Do they hate each other?
I don't know.
Right.
Who
Like,
knows,
they're not walking around going like, fuck that guy.
Yeah, I guess it would be like, it would be unjust of me to assume that that's what they were doing.
Yeah, they might be totally fine. They might just be like, oh yeah, we just don't have a business together anymore. We sold it. We made a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it'll just be like, cool.
Yeah.
40 years.
I think they're not talking now, I guess. Like, they're just not like.
I'd be tired of someone after 40 years too, though. I'd be after a while, I'd be like, I'd hear his voice. I'd be like, fuck this guy. 40 years of fucking. I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Like, I guess at the end of the day,
what you're gonna say.
It's like, we're going to die together. Like, I either die with you or you leave. Like, you just go. So I don't know. It's interesting. So when the guy was telling me that story about it, and he was like, I was like, man, I'm so glad that like I take my time now to go through and like vet people and like talk to them before I commit my time and my energy.
Vetterman people.
I did vet Vetterman. I've been vetting Vetterman for a hot minute.
He seems cool.
Oh, Vetterman's he's a very strong addition, and he's a good young comedian. There's a lot of comedians that I like,
but I'll always not to say anything.
Yeah.
but in the vetting of people, Who's that one fucking real dry humor comedian? You know, he does those one-liners that are he's so dry.
Jesselnick?
Yeah. I just even describing him is easy. But Jesselnick was talking about, he was on the one who did all those Batman shorts on for the Yes No on those, whatever. Anyway.
Oh yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. And they were talking about like way back in the day, and you know, like who made it, who didn't make it, you know, like the work ethics and stuff like that on the podcast. And he goes, yeah, like I would be, you know, I'd meet somebody and we fucking vibe it, and he's, you know, someone grinding, trying to be a good comedian, you know, we're all working, and like, yeah, this guy seems like he's got his shit together till you get into his car. And then you're just like, what the fuck, man? And it was funny the way he said that, and it's just like, so some people, you go in there and you're just kind of like, whoa, dude, like. But not you. You're different though.
No, I mean, it's kind of.
I was just thinking about your car.
It'd be funny if.
But if it was just like, I don't know, like trash upon trash, like, you know, you go. You ever get in someone's car and it's just like all just like basically fucking.
Yeah, women leave their trash like.
Except Jane. Jane's a little fucking anal about
clean
that.
Freak.
Yeah. But yeah, he said that, and it was just like, yeah, I guess like you could say that about anything though, because you just look at someone's work when you're vetting someone. You're like, there's people are all different shapes, sizes, and colors, and
what can
work
this
ethics.
person do that I can't do? That's always been something for me that has been, because I can't do everything.
Can you bet on this person? Like, basically, can this person get through life? First of all, that's first question. Is this person going to kill himself?
Well, how has this person been getting through life?
Right, like, is he just bouncing
is it
around?
Mom? Is it like, are they working hard?
Is
it like
right? But like, are they aware? Like, there's a lot of people who are just kind of like not self-aware that are just running around, and that's kind of weird too. Where you just see someone who's not, you're just kind of like, okay, you're not very self-aware.
Yeah, and not to be in the moment is so detrimental to what you want to get done, especially out here in Los Angeles.
Del Taco.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, what's up with that? Why are you eating Del Taco?
I
That's
had no
gross.
time.
Did you go shopping?
I was at the grocery store and I ran out and I was like, Del Taco.
That's wild. I've been eating salads now. I enjoy a good salad, man. A Cobb salad is pretty good, dude.
Cobb salads are good.
A lot of people, I never really think about a Cobb salad as being a nutritional.
That's the one with the egg and
the
ham.
egg and the ham, or the bacon, and all that other jazz. But no, it's Vetterman. I'm very blessed because he's smart. He's young. He knows what he wants to do. And for me, what's very important and something that you always brought to the table was just like we just do it, if we're going to do it, we're going to do it. And so in a way, it's like now I've become the guy who's like, okay, well, if we're going to do this, let's just fucking do this. Like, what are we doing? Like, I will catch myself saying this on a regular basis to everybody while we're standing around.
Are we just talking about it?
And I'm like, what are we doing? Like, are we here to party? Are we here to like do coke? Like, are we here to like bullshit? Like, I tell Vetterman all the time, and this isn't talk behind his back. This is something I say to his face all the time. We'll be at a mic, and I'll be like, well, what do you want to do today? I'll tell him, and he'll be like, oh, I don't know. I'll just go up there and I'll just do whatever. And I'll be like, no, like I need you to start.
Are you working material?
Knowing, like I need you to go up there and treat this like the gym. Like if you go to the gym,
do your reps hard.
You don't just go to the gym and go. I mean, and if you do, then you're just not getting the gains you need.
Yeah, you're not really. You're just wasting time.
But if you go there and it's leg day and you're like, I don't want to do leg day, but you're like, I have to do leg day. Like that's for me as far as my material. It's like, okay, repeating those jokes over and over again, as much as it breaks my soul, I have to do it so that like in the instant that I need it.
Are you finally repeating shit?
Yeah, it's so boring. It's so boring because people are mouthing my stuff.
I was just kind of like, okay, and I was like waiting for it to, because again, I listen to so many fucking podcasts and so many comedians. I don't go up there and do that shit. But from everyone that I'm hearing, it's just like, oh yeah, you try.
It's so boring. I'm trying my best. I'm trying so
just keep
hard.
The same, like I would
just
say
play
Bert
with
Kreischer it. Just remember which stories they are.
Yeah.
And just try to remember the punchline area.
No, I mean, I'm not. For me, at this point, is as far as the repeating is concerned, it's just like just make sure that I can still have fun with it. If I'm gonna repeat it, then I'll repeat it in my own. I guess if that makes any sense. Like
I get it, man, but you're gonna down the line, you're gonna go, oh, they like it when I say it this way.
well,
and then and then you start repeating it that way, and then it's gonna be a bit.
I hope so, man.
It's just you got to find the least.
Because I don't care because that's the thing. I don't going up there like
you got to like Mark Norman it.
The bit, yeah, like Norman, like
yeah, like you can either Mark Norman it or find like the least amount of words to say that fucking zinger, or you can like make a story, but the stories better be like
Recently, I've been doing a lot of pausing. I like to do dramatic Dion Cole pauses
to hold that.
So I'll hit a killer line, and then I'll be real quiet, and I'll be like, trying to fight my mom. You know what I mean? And then it's interesting because usually I don't pause. Usually it's like doon.
You're just talking.
But like recently I'm like writing a nice little thing, and I'm like I'm playing. Because at the end of the day, I know I can control a crowd, but how well can you control a dog? Like, like there's different levels of controlling dogs. It's like, okay, sure, the dog will listen to you.
I'm also sure it depends on the crowd or where you're at, what you're doing.
Oh, well, I mean, I will say this, though. The one crowd that I had trouble dealing with or doing well in front of were the rave kids. We did a show.
They don't want to fucking. They're like, what? Huh?
Yeah, like I was trying to do stuff for them.
I need more
like,
Molly.
They just weren't. There was like. But what was interesting, right, is Willie Mack came and headlined, and Josh something Jeremiah.
Yeah, Jeremiah Watkins.
No, but I did see Jeremiah the other night. We also saw Bradley, the little midget.
Yeah.
He was at Accidental Chaos. He did a show last night too. Yeah, he also. I guess he's done some stuff with minors. Yeah, there's all types of stuff like that apparently.
Well, you're at a rave thing. You don't know.
No, it's a different situation. Oh yeah, but anyways, but the rave kid thing was a little, yeah, dude. I said the same thing too, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And Vetterman was like, "Yeah, dude, that's the only reason I'm going to Accidental tonight is because Ron Bush was there, Mike Muratori, Mikey Silver, and so they were like, okay, well, we're gonna go there and everything, and Brad's gonna be headlining, and he was like, I just want to go there in case Caroline George, the stripper comedian, decides to mob him because the other week she mobbed Bobby Lee at the Comedy Store and called him out for banging that 12-year-old kid, and she did it on TikTok.
Bobby Lee? When did Bobby Lee do this?
Like 96 or something like that.
Okay, I mean, not that it's right, but I was just like, oh wow, like, and everyone's known this since '96.
Well, yeah, it's the same thing with the roast master.
Oh yeah,
everybody knows about him and the 15-year-old. Like, it's all industry stuff that nobody wants to talk about. But now that there's TikTok and everything, and like,
and
everyone's
there's the talking about it, and there's like there's no green room talk. Everything's out. Locker room talks out in the open.
So she bombed him. She mobbed him at the Comedy Store and was like, "You fucking raped a 12-year-old."
But hold on, okay, all right. So
what are you gonna tell me?
Well, no, all of our favorite comedians are like from back in the 70s and 60s and 50s and 40s and 30s. Like these people weren't innocent. Like a lot of people weren't innocent. Maybe a few people were like, "Hey, that's a genuinely nice guy." Especially for this industry. But I doubt like these people were innocent. But like we are here today because of like
they did.
Messed up people. Everyone's messed up because like that stripper, what's her face? I don't even fucking know her name. I guarantee you she's done some shitty shit in her life.
Well, I mean, she's a stripper.
Right. You don't get to that point in life without have like at one point done some like
a clean
shit or just so like we're all throwing rocks in glass houses is pretty much what I'm saying. So like if we're gonna be taking down like, okay, so what bar do we set this at? Okay, 15-year-olds, that's fucked up. That I get that. 12-year-olds, especially that's like totally fucked up. I don't know why my fucking phone.
You're good.
But like I hate taking people down. Like okay, well, not that shit's right. Like Bobby Lee, I have no clue about that.
Yeah,
like I just said, like I listen to a lot of podcasts about comedians, but like that's the first I heard about that 12-year-old. Yeah, but see, I didn't know that, but that's fucked up. So it's just kind of, I don't know, to go over and like start bombing on people's sets and like actually like going around and like, I don't know.
That's a red flag to me.
Right.
If I'm vetting you.
Right.
Like if I see you do something like that, or if you're like some dude on the corner with a anti-vaxxer sign, with a
or if
Jabberwocky
you were hanging
mask
out with
on.
comedians and this comedian was like, "Fuck that guy, Bud, this and that," I'd be like, "Yeah, I guess. Like later, man. Like Like, I'm not gonna hang out with that guy. I'm not gonna hang out with you either.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want to hang out with any of you guys.
yeah, like fuck off.
I just want to come here and do comedy.
But if that guy was just kind of like walked up to me and was like, "Hey, do you know that he fucking did that?" And I was like, "Really? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fuck that. All right." And then that's it. And then like in the future, if anyone was just kind of like, "Hey, you want to work with Bobby Lee tonight?" I'd be like, "Nah, man, I'm good." Like, and that's how that shit should work. Like, but to kind of for her to go out of her way to go down to a comedy club or it's just kind of like,
You get a 12-year-old. You keep talking to the child.
yeah, I guess if you're trying to raise
I know,
awareness
it's crazy,
on
right?
TikTok, but just this whole cancel culture thing, I'm just kind of like, are we going to start bringing up everyone's past because nobody is clean? Like,
I'm pretty clean.
I haven't done anything
I
weird
haven't done
like
anything
that,
bananas.
but like I was a junkie. I ripped people
You're
off.
a junkie. I stole. I
I've done
jacked fucking all types of
broke
stuff.
in,
I've beaten people up and all types
some
of
of that.
shit. Like,
So like, you know, I can't
But
get
I
into.
never killed
I
no
sold
one.
drugs.
I sold drugs. We made drugs.
Allegedly. Allegedly.
yeah, we're not perfect. Like,
Right, but like
we certainly haven't
what
crossed
if,
a line.
What if? I mean, anyone could be like, he sold drugs. That kids do drugs, and like,
Yeah, but drugs are
it's that
cool.
whole dare mentality.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like that could change. Like,
It
'cause
could,
drugs
in
used to be
10
cool in the
years,
10s and 20s. Drugs were cool. In the 30s, where drugs were kind of cool, and then 40s and 50s happened, and like drugs. You did drugs, like you pretty much were.
Yeah,
That was not
bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, you were not, and then you look at countries like China, and they've gone through periods of time where like you do drugs, they shot you in the streets, or you sold drugs or anything like that. So I don't know. When people start trying to cancel and trying to control and trying to, this is how you should think, I'm just kind of like, fuck off.
Yeah, I don't like being told what to do.
Yeah.
Like, it just pisses me off. Like, my John Inge keeps sending me their information because I haven't taken the shot, and they're like, well, you're just going to end up as a statistic. You're going to end up...
I know you're doing it because like you take a stand and you just kind of do it. It becomes your identity almost.
I'm like, fuck that. Fuck you.
That's what I'm saying. Like you do that almost to the point.
But
of,
there
like,
isn't enough valid reason for me to go and do it.
It doesn't. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't have a baby. Like, if I had a baby or a wife or an old lady who was like, I need you to take this, like, sure, I'd do it.
You won't do
Like-
it for America.
Fuck you, America. No, I'm just kidding. I'd be loving America. I don't know, man. At this point,
so speaking of America and the Olympics and all that stuff, I felt like it wasn't cool to dislike America this go around.
what do you mean? Like us as people?
Well, like the general consensus of the athletes kneeling or like saying "fuck America," you know, like they tried to do that and it kind of got shot down by the media and by the people. I felt like.
Oh, like the soccer lady?
Soccer ladies, the one athlete that was the runner, or was she the runner?
What did she do?
She had a shirt she put on her head that was like athlete activist or some shit like that, and like turned around and then they played the national anthem, the American national anthem, and she turned her back to it. And she was like, basically like, yeah, well, they only did that because I was up at the podium. I was like, no, that was the time to fucking play the anthem. And like, she was kind of making it all about herself. This was at the beginning. People were like, fuck off. And soccer team, same thing. People were like, fuck off. And then there was one athlete that was kind of like, who won, and it was just like, I did this for America. I love my country. You know?
The wrestler.
Yeah, and everyone was just like, there we go.
Yeah, she won
fucking
gold.
representing America. Thank you. And everyone
Yeah.
was happy about that. And I was just kind of like, huh. So that's kind of nice. At least there was some, you know, like, I'm half European, but it's kind of nice to see people proud of their fucking country a little bit.
I'm adopted, dog. Like, I'm 100% Colombian, but I'm American as fuck, dog.
So I was just kind of like, that's kind of nice.
I do be loving America, dog. Like, it is a cool spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're here talking
So
mad
do it
shit.
for America.
No! It's because this is America, I get to fucking do this shit, bro. Fuck that, dog. I don't like that,
What
man.
do you? So what if you have to like get your other shots updated? Because you
What
do.
other shots?
Your TDAP.
When have I never done the TDAP?
You've
When's the
gotten
last
it when
time
you
we
were a
did the
kid.
TDAP? When I was a kid.
I got mine
But you have a baby.
6 months ago.
Because you have a baby.
You still have to. Then they were kind of like, when was the last time you did this? And I was like, oh, this many years ago. And they're like, yeah, you're overdue for this fucking thing. And I'm just kind of like, well, good thing I didn't get to.
Did you get your prostate checked?
I got my tetanus shot years ago, like a few years ago because I cut myself
On a
something.
nail or
Yeah,
something?
it was
Yeah.
like something, and I was like, oh shit, I don't want to lockjaw. I'm afraid of that.
One of the
shit.
cool-
I've gotten tetanus shot a lot through my life.
The rusty nails because of my fucking feet. I got caveman feet. Ah!
Dude, I've cut myself so many times on rusty shit. I just get tetanus shots just because I'm scared.
One cool thing about the beach, or the old movie about the beach that made you old, the ending to it, one of the dudes got cut.
DiCaprio, The Beach.
No, that's that's the name of the movie,
It's
right?
The
The Beach,
Beach.
right?
Yeah.
That's the remake of the Leonardo or of the Romeo and Juliet movie, right?
No, that's Romeo and Juliet. The Beach is a movie about well, it's supposed to be like an early life of Wolf of Wall Street. It's supposed to be his early life, sort of. But it's like this kid who goes to, before you go to college, he kind of travels the world, but he goes to Thailand and stuff, and he hears about this beach, this place that you got to get to, and he gets there, and it's like fucking paradise, and there's like weed everywhere, but like people are growing weed, but there's this little commune of like European
Gross
hippies and
hippies.
stuff, like white people, and and then they're just kind of like, this is paradise, except you can't leave. And it's kind of like cool and all, but then like some crazy shit happened. DiCaprio has some like life-changing experiences, and then he goes back to normal life, and then he remembers the beach.
And then he goes to
It's
be
a good
the Wolf
movie.
of Wall Street.
It's actually a great. Yeah. So it's. And when DiCaprio was doing it, he was partying. He was doing heroin and shit like that, like coke and heroin, from what I hear. There's a podcast. I believe it's Concrete Podcast, or is it Vice? I forget, but. The dude, Wolf of Wall Street dude, was talking about that movie.
And he was like, "That's based on my."
He's like,
my year.
like, I was there. We were hanging out on a boat. I was doing drugs with these motherfuckers. Like, yeah, it was crazy. I was just like, what the fuck? But
that
anyway,
guy's lived a weird life.
pretty wild life.
Like I can't tell if it's real or
I
not
don't
real
know.
or
I
like.
don't know. Trump was president.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's really crazy to think about.
Yeah, it's fucking dude.
I remember being in Arizona, dog, when that whole thing went down, and I was at the bar with Austin. And it was
Austin was like, hell yeah.
he was just sitting there, all sexy, and they were like, "And Trump's president," and there were like a bunch of liberals crying in the corner. And Austin was like, yeah.
With his dip.
Yeah, his fucking dip.
Fuck you, Austin, for fucking my house up,
Austin.
you fucking cunt.
Hey, I'd like to think maybe.
Fucker. You really fucking fuck that guy. I thought about him the other day.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck that guy.
It's kind of weird, right? Because
He
it's like
fucked me. He
he fucked
me
him over.
Yeah,
and
you fucked me really bad,
and
man.
by proxy, you damaged
God
me.
damn, dude.
No.
Put me in a bad mood now.
But yeah, it was. It's funny, and again, in episode 99, it's a crazy thought to think that there are 99 episodes, an hour each long, almost.
They were a lot more than hours.
Yeah, sometimes they were a lot longer than an hour, but you're talking about almost 1,000 hours worth of, or 100 hours worth of footage.
Fucking Del Taco's killing me.
Of audio, of memories, of a lexicon of what this this whole thing is.
So
turned
many
into.
things that could cancel us in the future.
A lot of stuff to get dug up on.
All of it was jokes. First of all, like this is all satire. The whole fascist beginning was just made up. Like,
maybe. Unless the fascists win, and in that case, we
were
behind
totally
you the whole
on.
time, co-redriving Mussolini. We love you guys.
Yeah.
It was really, really good stuff. But no, it's very nice, and I think it's very sweet. And there may not be a photo album of this thing that we've created, but there's certainly.
I
a
have
lot of
all the
stuff.
backlogs on that hard drive. I have to check it, but they're
Yeah.
all on there. We put them.
And everything's on YouTube. And everything's on
True.
iTunes, so technically there's always a copy of all the old stuff that we
Yeah.
have. But as far as like the
raws.
any raws that I have, any special stuff that I have, old footage that I have, like
I need to get that fucking put onto a external so I can get my hard drive.
yeah,
Switched
switched over. But obviously we wouldn't have been able to do this without you guys. You guys have been with us through thick and thin, and we appreciate you guys so much. Do you have any final thoughts to close out?
No, so technically
what is
this
this?
is the last of the centennial, because the 100th episode is basically another 0.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
This is the last.
We-
technically, yeah. It's that weird gap where everyone's like, oh, and you're just like, yeah.
and then you come out with an episode that has like a crazy box on it.
well, I
with the
had a
number on it.
100th episode footage and stuff that I had been chopping up of all of our 100 of stuff of a thing that I had put together.
A montage.
It was like a montage. It was like clips of our words, of like moments of like us laughing.
Now there's
and,
some
like,
thief watching that.
yeah, I hope he's jacking off to it. I think it's the only way.
Did you stop? Did you fucking delete the thing? You can make it so it locks it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fuck those
they're
people.
out of it. Fuck those guys.
And I just got to sell it for parts.
Yeah, what can they do? Except sell it for parts. But we'll always have the memories. And so, with that being said, we want to thank you guys
thank you
very
guys.
much. This has been our greatest pleasure, and honestly, one of the favorite things I've ever done in my life.
And it's been pretty hard to try to stay consistent. So, thank you.
We had
for,
a good run
understanding
of being
there's
consistent.
there's been a couple times where it was like a week off.
But then the coronavirus hit, and then it was like in the car, and
Zoom
then we like died. But then we came back,
Yeah.
and then we were like, yay! And then the baby came, and then we're like, yay!
Yeah.
So, but now we're getting back into the swing of things.
I saw a meme that kind of, I was like, yeah, that's right, huh? It was all like, I forget the image, but basically it was saying like, I'm still trying to get over 2020, and 2022 is right around the corner.
Yeah, it is
And it's
crazy.
just like, wait, what?
Yeah, just like that. Crazy.
Do you think we're gonna get another shutdown? With this
No,
Delta
I
stuff?
think we're too angry.
I understand that, but like,
And the Newsom recall is Tuesday.
what if the
Newsom
bodies-
recall is Tuesday, California. If you guys are hearing this,
Vote.
recall Newsom.
vote Meet Kevin Paffrath from YouTube? Vote for him. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Newsom. Go look at your districts. Fuck everybody in the Venice district. Fuck everybody who's allowing this to happen.
No, I'm serious. Meet Kevin. All right. So Kevin Paffrath, or Meet Kevin. That. All right. I sent you a video because we were talking about real estate or we were talking about stocks, and I was like, here, watch this guy's video.
Oh, the one explaining.
Yeah, he's got a tie. And
Yes.
Yeah. So I've been watching this guy pre-pandemic. This guy, just because I was looking for a house, it was real estate stuff, and I found this guy. He was really knowledgeable, and he's like selling houses. He's got like a bunch of houses, and he's got a company. So I was like, oh, okay. And I watched him morph all through the fucking pandemic to stocks, to this, to that, and then he got into politics right when Gavin Newsom's recall thing happened. He started kind of talking about stuff like, this fucking place, man, like I got to deal with this and this, like, because he has so many homes and stuff and renters, like he deals with all that shit, like licenses and all the issues, basically governmental issues. And then one day he came out with a video that was like, here's my 20-part plan, I'm running for governor.
Oh, cool.
That was like dealing with the homeless, dealing with this, like he's like, the first 60 days I'm bringing a National Guard, taking the homeless, putting him in camps to help fucking round them up. He's like, no guns, just all fuck. And he has this plan where I was just like, oh shit, like if you can do this. And he's like, and then he's so good with money, and he was just like, this is how we're gonna do it all, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, and I'm gonna film it all so everyone sees me doing it every step of the way. I was like, I'm down. Okay, let's watch this. So I started watching him more, and he's doing now rallies. He's going around. He's got crowds, and he's second. He's running as Democrat, so he's not a Republican, and he's second place to Gavin Newsom right now. Like everyone else is behind him. He's like second place. I've been like, fucking dude, I don't think he's gonna win. I think Gavin's gonna fucking probably stay. There's too much money behind him.
Yeah, he's dug in.
But
he knows.
But that Meet Kevin guy's been calling it out. He goes, look, fucking Gavin Newsom just got $3 million from fucking Instagram with Facebook. And he's like, I'm only allowed, he goes, people like me, we're only allowed $300,000. He's like, how is that fair?
Yeah.
He's allowed millions. I'm allowed 300,000. He's got like you have limits to how much campaign money you can make and use, and it's crazy. It's so one-sided.
But they have that PACs. They have all the PACs and stuff.
So, but anyway, so I've just kind of been like, yeah,
Fuck
because
you, Gavin
I
Newsom.
don't like politicians, and this dude is not a politician, and
He's just fed
was
up.
smart enough and was just kind of like, look, I know what the fuck to do. Here's my plan. Fucking, and
Let's
you can
just
go through
do
his
it.
plan. He goes on the news. People are trying to rip him down on Fox News. He goes in and fucking he wants to make gambling legal.
That would actually. I've wondered why California hasn't made gambling legal.
And people, and every time he goes on Fox News, they're always like, "Why are you running as a Democrat? This is all Republican." And
Fuck
he's like,
yeah.
"Cause fucking California's
it's the only way
Democrats."
I'm gonna win, fuckers. Like, that's cool.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Meet Kevin Paffrath.
Hey, bro, you just got got a new fucking voter right
Yeah.
here, dog. Because I like that idea.
No,
That was one of
honestly.
the things I've been thinking of for so long, and I'm like, why
is
like
gambling
It's
illegal?
so
Yeah.
untapped. Like it's a whole other
And then he
market.
started going in on the weed market. He goes, okay, this is how much money's being made. Where's the money going?
Where's it going?
And then he started like going down that rabbit hole, and he's like, Gavin Newsom, and he is the worst with the money.
I hate Gavin
Yeah.
Newsom so much.
Yeah.
I hate him so much, and I've hated him for a long while.
So someone that I trust out of that whole list to actually be transparent about that whole thing, and no matter what, everyone's gonna be like, he's just a YouTuber. I guess.
hey, Ronald
He's a
Reagan was
real-
just a movie star.
He's a real estate like he started out of nothing and it ended up with 20 fucking real estate properties.
Yeah.
Like he's
a
a self-made
self-made
guy
man.
who started filming it and making money on the side doing like the guy. Trump was our fucking president.
Yeah, let's not pretend
Like let's
that our
come on.
reality TV
Arnold
star.
Schwarzenegger.
How ironic too is that people are so willing to tear down a man from YouTube when we literally had a reality TV
And he's not
star.
like okay now he's a YouTuber, but before like he still has his own company.
Like still a guy. He's
Yeah.
still working.
Well, now he's a politician because he has a team behind him now. Like fucking.
Politically
Completely-
charged. Good.
yeah.
I'm glad. It's good to know that someone who not necessarily has made their brand off of YouTube because he was established beforehand, but somebody who's gained notoriety through YouTube are now taking steps. Visual steps to be like, this is what I want to do, like this is what I want to change, and I have the power to potentially like go out there and
And-
do it. Like,
And the greatest thing too is like now I see him going on like actual TV, TV.
Yeah,
with
like
old
real
people.
TV shows.
And then they're like, oh, well, meet Kevin Paffrath because Meet Kevin is his YouTube thing, and he's trying to keep it Meet Kevin Paffrath.
that's perfect.
But he thinks Gavin Newsom is like strategically trying to stop him because they're like he every time he's getting blocked with something like he can't use his name Meet Kevin on the polls, even though you're allowed to use like any kind of nickname you want.
Yeah.
And he showed all the examples of there was a sumo wrestler nickname on there. Some dude had a sumo like he showed all these different people's nicknames that were allowed to be on there, but he's not allowed to meet Kevin.
He needs to be careful.
That's what and
He's fucking with some shit.
People are starting to drive by his house.
He needs to be careful.
So like it's pretty wild, and people are like, get security. Like seriously, like now you're getting into politics.
Because
It's getting dirty.
Newsom has dirty hands to a lot of people.
So, but I seriously, out of all the people, I was like, this guy is gonna try to change.
I'd let him
this.
kiss my baby.
Yeah.
Come kiss the baby.
I don't know. Do you have your shots for America?
Man, that's crazy. Well, yeah, guys, just remember, go out there, be politically active if you wanna make a change. But sometimes it's not even about that, man. Go open the door for an old lady. You know what I'm
Or
saying?
slam it in her face. Depends on how she looks at you.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, go put the shopping cart away at the grocery store.
Do you notice people are angrier? Or is that just me? I'm not really out.
People are
much.
chilling.
People are chilling?
Yeah, people are
Okay, because
super
I
chill.
drive. As soon as I'm driving, I'm just like, holy shit.
No, people are super chill out there right now. Everybody's very chill. Everybody's quiet. It's like everybody's just bored. Everybody's just ready for this to be over. They're like, we're doing this again. Like, we're going, like, be a little more original, America. Like, that's the vibe right now.
But I mean,
It's just the hysterical people. Like,
Right.
and that's like it's such a small percentage of it. Like, because everybody else is acting normally.
I was telling Jane that the other day. I was fucking. What the fuck was it? I was basically like trying to do something and I wasn't allowed or something because some other fuck. It was basically. I got mad. I'm like, man, my whole life is based on other people's common denominator. Like I can't do something because some other idiot did something. You know what I mean? Like all laws are based off of some idiot who fucked it up for someone else. I
don't know, like the drinking and driving laws. It's kind of like, yeah, I get it, but
no,
also like,
laws I get. I forget what the example was, and it was just like
no pooping in the water fountain. It's like, damn, like something like that.
do I need a sign there? Well, now there's a fence in front of the water fountain.
Oh, so you're mad that there's an assumption that you're an idiot as well because of somebody else being
right.
an
It was
idiot.
one of those things where I
Yeah.
was just like, why is
like,
my
why would
life?
somebody-
Why is my life dictated on
By
this comic-
idiots.
Yeah.
Because
Seriously.
they're in power.
Well, no, because every time someone stubs their toe, 1 out of 100 persons who stubs their toe, well, now we can't have that thing there because someone stubbed their toe. It's kind of like that thing. So, like, all of us have to conform to that one person who stubbed their toe. So
Because
we can't
they're
have
not
that
smart
there.
enough to.
Right. So you stubbed your toe. So even if they're smart enough, like, oh, they might have stubbed their toe, but now their lawyer's just like, hey, you stubbed your toe, fucking. And then now this company's going to come in and be like, oh, well, now we got to remove that because now lawyers are involved. You stubbed your toe, you know. And then so, like, this whole thing happens where you can't have this thing, and it's just like, well, it's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, yeah, but he stubbed his toe. It's just like, it's okay, guys. It's like one of those things where I was dealing with the other day. I was just kind of like, man, like, I'm living my life to the dumbest person in this fucking room is like dictating my life right now. It's like what
that's a kind of a wild thought when you say it like that. Like, yeah,
seriously,
you're not wrong. Like it is. It is because it's like, oh well, we have to look out for the weakest. Like you have to like, and it's like can't like.
Yeah.
Maybe the weak just need to kind of like.
Well, that or like
smart.
when was the last time this happened, or what was like like.
Well, there's not enough evidence to prove that this is gonna happen. Like
okay, for example, like we have a lot of old people and people in wheelchairs in my apartment, right?
You do. You live in an old people's home.
Right. Now, safety fire alarm. They were doing fire tests like a month ago. You can't use the fucking elevator.
Oh, all stairs.
Right. Okay. So all stairs. Okay. There's door handles. Some people can't really exactly use the door handles. Okay. Then what? But then like. The building code inspector has to come by and be like, well, you don't have a ramp out front. Okay, well, I don't know. It just seems like.
But you're not paying. I get, but I do get. I mean, are you like the inconvenience of that whole day being like, fuck you, old people?
No. I'm not being inconvenienced. It's just like when the laws come into play, it's like they should come into that building and make it correct for those people. Right. So that building should be totally up to code. Right. And then I'll go to another place and it'll be like something's fenced off because some homeless people are out, like, I don't know, got broken into one time. And like now it's never allowed to be open again. And then you're just like, well, why is this like this? Well, this one person broke a window. It's just like, so, okay, so we're not allowed nice things anymore. You know, I don't know. And then some places I go into, it's just like, why is this here? Oh, it's for handicapped people. I'm like, when was the last time a handicapped fucking person climbed this? This is a skate park or whatever it might be. It's like something really like no fucking person is here that does this. No old person's gonna come here, or it's like a college dorm room. I don't know.
But I guess at that point it's like, oh well, I don't want to risk getting put into a situation where like that person does show up. It's the coffee cup thing from McDonald's. It's like McDonald's used to just assume that you were smart enough to know that the coffee wasn't
right, and that's the thing too. Like, why do we need to tell people don't put your dog in the microwave?
Because people might.
Right. And other countries make fun of us.
Because of the instructions that we give
remember
people?
All my Turkish friends used to say like, oh, that's why they have like don't put your baby in a bucket. Yeah. Don't put your baby in a bucket. Americans, like, because everyone sues each other. Someone will put that fucking baby in a bucket if that fucking picture's not on there.
And especially if they think that baby might make them money.
Yeah.
If it's I don't know. Potentially get money from.
I can't just say America about that, because I remember in Turkey, what they would do is steal babies, like some street people, gypsies would steal babies, and they would tie off their arm till it became black and purple, and then they would cut off the arm, and then they would beg with the armless baby and be like, "My baby we need food." Yeah, that shit. Or like you'd see a lot of people with weird fucked up legs, and it's like they weren't born like that. They were taken as babies. Their arms and legs were broken, and so now they're a cripple that's begging for money that brings more money in. It's a crippled kid bringing money in.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
The gypsies.
Yeah, gypsies. Fuck gypsies.
Yo, a lot of people be like, oh, you can't say that. Somebody said gypsies at a stage the other day, and someone else came up and was like, we prefer to be called romage, or
you're a fucking gypsy.
And it's like,
you're a fucking gypsy.
And Mike Muratori, shout out Mike Muratori, he was like, no, I know fucking gypsies. He's like, fucking gypsies steal, they fucking cheat, they're fucking dirty, fucking gross people, he says. Like,
gypsies, I think gypsies will be the last type of people that you're allowed to like make, like Italians will be like a faux pas before gypsies. Before gypsies.
Did I tell you the other day that I was at the park? I told Zoe, not your Zoe, but I was like,
you're telepathic.
Like, yeah, tell Sam. The baby's like, and you're like, why is this baby making this noise? It's because I'm talking
All
to
the
it.
grunting is her trying to talk.
But I was like, I was at the dog park the other day, and there's this Jewish lady who comes there with her dog, and she was telling me a story about some dudes who were bothering her, and she was like, yeah, they look like a bunch of Dagos. And I was like,
It sounds like my family, and they're a bunch of Dagos too.
old school racism. I was like, that's hot. I was like, I'm always down for old school racism. I said,
I like that.
A Dago. I've never. That's like
No,
the
that's
movie.
I've
That's
heard
a
in my-
movie.
Yeah, half my on my dad's side, they're all like, or half of them are Italians, except for my grandfather, he was Lithuanian. But they were all Italians, and my cousins and stuff, and like in their conversations, like this Dago motherfucker, everyone's Dago this, Dago
When are you
that.
gonna take the baby to go see the family? Now that you have the shots
September.
and stuff, do they want to come and see the?
I'm going
to
out
Arizona.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going to Arizona September to for a week.
with the baby.
Yeah, with the baby. We're Airbnb-ing it and checking out, and the house should be. I'm getting my keys. And,
Oh, the house
yeah,
is
the house
done.
is ready. But we're staying out here till our lease is up out here. So, because it's gonna be a slow process, I got to get like a washer, dryer, you know, and get the place
But it's
ready
done?
for the baby. It's done in September. Yeah, so I gotta cough up the money. That's gonna hurt.
sell that Bitcoin.
I gotta sell that other house here in the next year or two, when the prices go up a little bit more. I'm expecting a little bit.
The Arizona house.
Yeah, the Mesa.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, with inflation, the inflation hedge, I guess, is houses. Like when shit's gonna get crazy, they're expecting shit's gonna get a little crazy here in the next few years because of all the money they've been printing. So if you guys have any assets, that's good. Hold on to those big hard assets.
But you wouldn't keep the house?
No, I kind of want to, but you know, honestly, when you have a house that's like from the 80s or 70s, maybe 70s, the pipes are going to start going on it, and that's like $30,000, $20,000. Oh, the roof, it's been over 10 years now. It's slowly going to go. Hopefully next time it rains.
The roof rats.
Roof rats. Well, no, I don't care about that. You just get a pest. That should be whatever. But big costs. There's a lot of big cost stuff. Like the irrigation pipes out front are all fucked, and that's a lot of money. Fucking, you know, the whole front yard needs to be redone. Yeah, all the pipes and so like that's gonna be like what, 10 grand?
I don't know.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So it's like 10 grand, 20 grand. So these are big fixes. And it's like, do I want to invest another 10 grand, 20 grand? I guess I could finance it. Yeah, refinance it. I only owe like fucking 30 grand on the place.
That's it?
Yeah. I've had it for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it for a long time. I didn't realize how long I had it. And I was making
30 grand. That's crazy. That means you could turn around, theoretically, and just clear 250, 350. Maybe more,
now
depending on the Mesa area.
It's worth 400 right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth 400 right now. So.
And when it pops, you can.
Well, this is as far as it's popped, so I'm just kind of like, I don't see it going. And then the markets, we've plateaued, and it's slowly kind of gone down.
You don't think
bit.
it won't go again in like 2-3 years?
That's what I'm saying. Is like the next year or two, it will, and then after that, it's. I mean, how much more can a house fucking get to?
Hey, an extra 20 grand. That's college money.
I guess, but when something bursts, that's 20 grand. So
So you're betting that the house would go bad versus making it along that whole time.
So I'm kind of like, I just got a brand new house, so I got an old house. I'm doubled my money on it. If I sell it, do I just hold, or do I hold that house and just keep getting like rent? Rent's supposed to go up too, like generally rent is going to be going up these next few years.
Well, I guess any real estate person would tell you like to sell it and then buy a newer property with the money you made off of that one.
Yeah.
So like if you like theoretically wanted to do something like that would
or
make
just
sense.
hold it and then until an actual crash happens, and then I buy AT&T.
Oh, hold it and then the crash happens. That's great.
AT&T for 400,000.
400,000? Oh my God, that's horrifying. I don't know if I'd want to live in a world where something as bad as
Or
that
I make
happens.
an indie movie with all that whole 400,000.
No, you could. I don't know. 400,000 is like I just.
Isn't that crazy? Movies, how much it takes to make a movie? I guess so insane.
But then you break it down.
They build houses.
You know what I mean?
They're building houses on set.
On a daily basis.
Yeah.
Like on how many lots there are.
They just don't put any real pipes in it, but like.
Nah. but it's lookable. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's now that because like I'm trying to figure out what to do with this like. Because I have like 15 grand right now that I want to try and figure out what to do with. And I don't want to, because it's just like sitting in my savings. And I'm like, I want to start doing something with it. And I don't want to buy all of it in crypto. Like there's like some that I want to put. I
Yeah,
want to buy
because
a
that
little bit in
15
crypto.
grand could turn into 7 in one day.
I've seen it enough with you and on your face that I'm like, I don't want to deal with
Yeah.
this at all. I was like, if anything, I'd buy one piece of Ethereum. I'd buy one Ethereum right now at 2, because I think it's a 2 right now and it's due to pop.
I bought the dip 17 to 18.
There you go. See, if I had that by then, I would have bought the dip. And for me, 2 is good right now.
And when I
to
say buy the dip, a few $100s. Like
If
I was
that.
buying, I was doing 20, 20, 50, 20, 20.
Oh, not full coin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, because like, I don't know, man. Like I did that at first, big chunks, and then like, it's dissatisfying almost.
I mean, I figured just $1,000, or again, if I can
And I'm
keep it
dollar
at 2.
cost averaging, because what if that keeps going down? So I'm just 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. Just keeps going down. I'll just
That's
keep doing
weed money.
20s. Yeah, so
Just goes into Ethereum.
Yeah, but I got like 6 Ethereum now.
See, that's not bad. So like once that pops, then
I started when it was at 400.
see, that's See, I'm gonna grab now at 2, and I don't wanna go any further. That, but the rest of it, I'm like, well, I don't know, man. I was like, I don't want to just chilling in the savings because like it's not.
Savings is terrible.
Yeah,
Like
but I also don't wanna,
your how much is the savings like
I
percent?
don't know. I didn't ask.
Like basically
Like 2%?
the amount that the dollar deflates in a year is faster than the money you're actually making. So what you can buy with that dollar at the end of a year.
So what? You put it in.
Like if you're not going to touch it, you may as well put it into like high yields, like something that you're not going to touch for like 5 years.
In what? At the bank?
The government bond or some shit like that.
You can do that at the
Yeah.
bank. I could go to Chase and just be like, put this in a bond.
Chase especially, yeah. Chase can do that. They
What
all
do I
do
tell
that.
him?
I wouldn't do it with Chase. I would take the money. I would stick it in my Fidelity account and
Fidelity.
Yeah, I got Fidelity.
What's that?
It's like a
Is
app.
a
It's
is
like
a local bank?
No. It's like a fucking, I don't know.
So I just send them money and they keep it for me?
No, it's like a brokerage account. So I could buy stocks. I could do my IR.
I wanted to just put it
Roth.
somewhere where it would just grow on its own.
We would all like to find that one
Yeah,
magic
there is
place.
there. Okay, all right.
No.
Maybe I just convert it all into gold.
No, like if you want to wait, I would say right
Because
now
I can't buy anything with it.
everything's so expensive right now.
Yeah.
So like even stocks, like it's bleeding up, but like everyone's waiting for that fucking. But they're printing money so fast that it's just kind of like, so it's gonna be a slow bleed possibly.
So just keep it in the savings?
Yeah, you got to find something that brings you higher amount. Like
There's
I
another.
stuck about 3,000 in like, I have like $5,000 in IBM, 3,000 AT&T, and like some of those like that.
Stronger stuff.
They barely, but what they do is they bring actual income, dividends. So like I get,
Like a percentage of something every couple
yeah,
months.
every month I'm
yeah.
getting like $100 here,
That's
$100
cool.
there. Like, oh, here's $50. And like I used to get them as checks when I was younger. I didn't know to put them back in, but now I have them go straight back into the stock. So just keep buying more. So every time I get,
Is that through Fidelity?
I do it through Fidelity. Yeah, you can do it through Robinhood. You can do it whatever. But I like.
I don't like Robinhood.
Yeah, I like Fidelity better because like I can actually work on my Roth and savings.
Could I just put 10,000
you can get a card
in my Roth?
Yeah. Well, no, you got to do your Roth. It's what's the limits? 3,000 or 6,000 every year.
What?
Yeah, every year you have a limit, so you got to start young.
Oh.
Starts at 18. Every year is a 6,000 limit. You can throw in your Roth, and you can put it in stocks. You can put it in bonds. You can do whatever you want with it.
But could you just leave it there?
You have to leave it till you're like 60, or else you pay tax on it.
I don't know if I want to wait that long.
Well, no, that's what it is. So when you're actually fucking 65 and you get that,
Yeah, but I'll be a billionaire by then.
you think so. But it's also nice to get that one thing that ended up becoming
One of my
like-
kids will be playing on the Washington non-Redskins team.
Right, but if you have that extra $6,000, just throw it in your
Sick-ass
Roth,
funeral.
and it's going to be like, non-taxed and whatever. There's all kinds of benefits for having it.
I really want to buy some land in Iowa. I want to buy somewhere where there's really cheap
I was
land,
looking to
but
buy
I don't-
land.
Yeah, that's what
Not
I wanna
anymore,
do.
but like I wanted to put a fucking solar farm on it
Yeah,
and put a fucking crypto farm.
that'd be cool.
And
Just mine Bitcoin.
Mine my own Bitcoin through the sun.
Yeah, and just destroy the earth.
No,
One
there's no
Bitcoin.
earth destroying because I'm not using carbon. I'm using
All the power.
from the fucking sun that I got.
Oh, you're right. It's a sun. It's a sun
It's
machine.
green energy.
It's like the sun's giving you Bitcoin.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
That's a hot way to live. What happened to that?
You know, I
Probably the
talked to some
permit.
people, and it's just like I didn't know enough about code. It's one of
Oh,
those
to
things.
do
It's like, why are you going to open up a car mechanic shop
If
when
you
you're
don't
not
know
a-
anything about cars.
Yeah. So I wasn't like I had the money, I had the land, I found the land, and I was like,
Where?
this is Arizona, like
How
northern
much?
Arizona. The land would have been like 15 grand. 10
Really?
grand. Yeah, there's a lot
That's
of.
it?
That's it. You could find for 7 grand, 2 grand, 1 grand.
No way, Sam. Really?
I've been trying to find land off of a freeway just so I could
do
put
what?
a sign there
That says?
and just rent so people can rent it.
Ah,
Like a
that's
big fucking
smart.
sign.
A billboard sign?
Billboard sign, so I don't have to deal with tenants and pipes and shit like that. Like I just got to deal with lights and like maybe like,
Graffiti.
yeah, but you just
Taggers.
Yeah, but if it's off a freeway, who's going to really stop and like climb that thing? If they put
You
a bunch
never
of-
know. You're out there by the 300.
The hardest thing about that is like what you would want to really end up doing is buying the land and then renting it out to a company that does signs, and then you just get like a smaller percentage, but you just fucking sit back and that's your land.
A sign. That's
Yeah.
very smart. Really? I could get land in Arizona for $1,000?
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, you don't know?
Nah, dude.
Yeah, you can find, but it's like a small little parcel, or it's out in the middle of nowhere. But I found chunks of land. I found in Virginia.
Really?
In Virginia, 100 grand. I would have had like 50 fucking acres.
Oh, well, that's different. Yeah, Virginia's a whole different
yeah.
beast.
And then, but it had a chunk of freeway. So
Where
I
was
just
it in Virginia?
I don't remember. I looked everywhere, all around
Yeah,
the United
yeah.
States. I looked everywhere.
Because
And-
originally I wanted to buy something in Virginia, but I was like looking at the prices and stuff, and I was like, "Ooh, this isn't." I was like, "This."
But you're
isn't
gonna end up
nowhere.
like which fucking rapper from the '90s, Nelly? And you end up having a fucking you paid $50 million for your mansion out in Virginia, out in the middle of nowhere, and then today, 2022, you're trying to sell it for like $500,000. It's all run down. The fucking trees have come in on it.
Oh,
Like,
no.
yeah,
That's
I don't know. It
horrible.
might not be Nelly. It was one of those rappers from back then.
That's
but
shitty. I don't know. I figured just like a piece of land, so that when I am 60, I can just go somewhere and build a house.
well, the thing all the research, like, talk to me if you really want to do it, because I did a lot of research on it, and it's like you should go there and see if there's any water source, and like then that land will fucking boom,
yeah, no,
you know?
I would do like a full thing. I never even thought about Arizona as being because I hate Arizona.
Right, but it used to be cheaper, but I wish I did it, man, because I wanted to do it in the middle of the pandemic, like way before everything really hit the fan. Like at the beginning of the pandemic, when I first started like kind of like dabbling and like investing, I'm like, I want to buy land. So I started doing all this research, ended up buying a house, but I still want to buy some land. Not right now. I still got to fucking work on this yard and stuff.
For the old house?
And the new house, the backyard. No backyard in that new
No
house.
backyard?
There's no backyard.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, you should talk to Blake because Blake and Stacy built a house out by the 300s. No, up north by the mountains.
Okay.
And he built everything from scratch. They helped him. He did a huge backyard.
Nice.
Like the whole thing, and they did it super super quick. But yeah, I remember when they were building it, he said the same thing. He was like, "Yeah, they built it, but there's no backyard. It's just open up into the desert, like just there." And
Yeah, these motherfuckers. And you know what? I was just kind of like, I understood it. I was like, okay, you guys don't, because at first I was like, where's the backyard? And they're, on the menu as you're like checking out these new houses, and they go, yeah, we don't, because they have backyards in the houses they're showing you. Little fuck. So in one of the backyards, they had a little baseball diamond. It was cute. And I was like, so where's the baseball diamond? Like, where's the menu for that one? And then they're like, oh yeah, we don't have that. I'm like, that's kind of like coming to a restaurant and you eat this gourmet food, and in the corner you see the little pastry department, and that pastry department's beautiful, and you eat that food, and then you're just kind of like, I'm thinking dessert. You tell the waiter, and the guy's like, hey, we don't have dessert here.
That's just there.
It's just there to fucking fuck with you. So then I said, cool. I don't. All right, whatever.
I don't need a backyard.
I don't need a backyard. But I said, the people who do your front yards. I said, what company do you guys use? They're like, oh, we don't know. Like this and that. I was like, so you guys don't have anybody you call?
So y'all motherfuckers just built houses,
Yeah. So
Literally.
but with the front yard. With the front yard.
but they don't know who does the front yard.
Yeah, I was like, well, so what's the company that does that? So I talked to my construction worker because I went there and the guy was showing me, I know everything about the house. Like he's showing me pipes and stuff and wires, and he's the head contractor guy. And we exchanged numbers because I was like, hey man, like I'm gonna have extra work for you, possibly, like if you could
To do the backyard.
maybe my house in Mesa, maybe because contractors are so hard to come by, and he's like nice guy. And,
Especially if you're gonna sell the house in Mesa.
yeah. Well, I have a real estate lady and I have a contractor now, so that's kind of nice.
If you do sell the house in Mesa, it makes more sense to use that to buy land.
Yeah, but then the return of land is not much.
But you're holding it for yourself, though.
Yeah, but I could hold gold and maybe make more return.
Yeah, but I mean, your kids can't die on gold. They can die on a piece of land you bought.
It'd be kind of cool to die on some gold, though.
It would be cool to die on gold. You could bury that gold on the land that you bought.
Just
I don't
bury
know,
me with the gold and make people have to unbury me.
The idea of just being able to have a piece of land, like, and being able to give it to yours baby, little Zoe, and be like, this is a piece of land that I had. And then she gives it to her kid. And then she's like, this is your grandpappy's land. And then it just goes.
This used to be desert around here. Now it's the center of the universe.
Yeah, dude. I don't know. There's just something kind of cool about that. Like,
no, it is cool. But
if your
that's
kid
what these
doesn't
houses
sell
are for, sort of, in a way.
yeah, but you're selling. I don't know.
I don't know
you're
if
selling
I
houses
haven't
like,
sold it yet, but I'm just saying, like.
Like a house is like just like a house. A house.
Yeah, but why hold the land?
because the land is
No, my buddy Marco had a good idea. He wants to buy land, but like further out from the city. Now it's extra far out because the city's grown so much. But to build a house, but also a warehouse, because if you're far enough away from the thing, you could build a warehouse that you can hold like weird things, like. Well, because he has a packaging company, so he can like hold like materials that you're not generally allowed to hold in the middle of a city, kind of like ammunition or something like that, or guns or anything.
I guess that's smart.
Like gunpowder, maybe.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's what he would hold, but like you get a different type of license then. That opens up a whole new area that he was talking about that, and he's like, yeah, it would just be nice because like we were trying to do that ammunition thing that fell through.
Oh.
And it sort of fell through because we were kind of unprepared with all of it, and we had nowhere to store it, even if we got it was kind of one of those things where it was just like, oh, we're not prepared for this. And but he was like, if you get the land and you build a warehouse, you can fucking have people store anything. You make money from people just storing shit at your place.
Yeah, but I can't. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's like.
But then when they don't pick it up, it's your shit, and you sell it and you make money. Storage war style.
Yeah, then you just become a weird Arizona
that
picker,
weird fucking
man. Yeah, you're
sure in a yellow.
Yeah, dude, that's so gross. And then you end up fucking in the mountains with mountain people. Like,
yep. They left this.
Ew, so gross. That's so gross. That's so on point too. Like, yeah.
No, but you don't have to be there. So like you get the warehouse, you own the place, you get a company that wants to be there, like a packaging company, and then you just get. But it's kind of like that's why I like the sign thing off the freeway. That's my whole thing because there's no people involved, there's no product involved except for the sign. So that's the weird part. But if you get a sign company to rent it from you, like they do all the work. They're making most of the money, sure, but you're getting that residual, and you just sit back.
You could theoretically buy that piece of land next to the freeway and then just build your own.
Dude, I was looking all over the United States. It's hard to come by. And I found some, and they sell them like, to be like, here's a billboard, and, it lights up like this. It's one that could be changed like this, and it gets about this many views a day from the freeway or from this, street.
With the billboard already set up.
Yeah, so the billboard's already set up, and it's kind of like someone's just trying to get rid of it, kind of like a house. And it'll be pictures, and it'll show like which way cars are coming, but it'll tell you like about averaging how many people see it. So because when you're trying to sell the billboard space, you're going to Red Lobster, you're going like, I got a billboard, and Red Lobster's like, great, that's great, cool. How many people see that? And you're like, 2,000. They're like, yeah, that's maybe not enough for us. We need some like a high traffic 10,000.
But like the billboard off of Sunset with Kylie on it, the one that's rented out all
fucking
year,
hundreds of thousands, hundreds millions
every
of people.
month.
Yeah, people. So those, I believe, I forget how much it was, but Steve-O had to rent one of those, and he talked about it. But yeah, dude, some places you make $10,000 a month off of your billboard. $10,000 a month. That's one side. It's really good.
Pretty lucrative.
It's very lucrative. And I was looking into it, and I was really looking into it, and I found a spot in South Phoenix. I drove by and went there with Jane. I was fucking looking at it, took pictures. I got pictures of it. Called the guy. The guy wanted like $70,000 and something, and I was just kind of like, and pandemic was happening, and then the house happened, and then baby happened. I was just kind of like, trying to, but it's still in the back of my mind to always have a sign.
$70,000.
Yeah, but
But you get the land, right?
That was the problem. That was the thing that made me not do it.
You didn't? You just
No.
got the sign.
I got the sign. I
That's
didn't get
whack.
the land. Yeah, because then I would get it for $70,000, and then I would have to pay rent every month.
Yeah, it's fucking whack.
Yeah, so it's
buy
hard,
your own land, build your own.
but there's no
sign.
land, and especially now when you buy the land, then there's a whole fucking thing about like, are you allowed to build a sign here, and how high can the sign be, and this and that. So I looked at, I did a lot of research. There's a little booklet, a manual out there on it, and what state, and yeah, pretty cool.
For each individual state's sign laws.
Yeah, there's sign laws.
Huh. Right, because like you couldn't just build
states-
a tower to Babylon. Like
Some states don't even allow any of them. So,
airspace or nothing.
like depending, like I think Oregon and shit like that. Some beautiful places like Alaska.
Oh, they're like, we don't want signs.
Yeah, we don't want signs to fuck up our, like when you're driving. We don't need big fucking billboards with lights and shit like that. They don't want that.
It is a little fucked up though that you could theoretically be at your house in your non-existent backyard and like try and build a ladder to heaven, and they would stop you.
Yeah, you got like I forget how far up you're allowed.
They would like come
airspace
and be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, and down. You can't dig as far down as you want. You have a chunk,
Well, there's
you have a
mineral
block.
rights, right? Like theoretically, the land that you bought, you own the land underneath it.
Yeah, but up to like 10 feet or some shit like that.
Then who owns it after that?
The fucking U.S. government, probably.
Really?
I think so.
So then, how
The
do people
fucking
make any
Navajos,
money
I don't
off
know.
the oil then?
If I found oil, I don't know.
Like if you found oil, it would be your oil.
I guess I don't know.
Because then the government would just come
But
in
if
like
I
they do
dug
in
further
Venezuela.
than my yard, I don't know. How would they know?
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. That's the interesting part about it. Like, who?
Like, sir, you can't put this giant oil rig in your backyard.
What? You said I can't.
But you know what? That's funny you say that, because in the neighborhood I'm at now, when I walk around the neighborhood, this one house has one of those fucking what do you call those? Those trucker fucking radio towers.
A CB tower.
CB tower in their backyard, and that thing is like
Pretty
the
high?
Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, that's pretty
It's
tall.
huge. It's 3-4 stories tall. Yeah.
You probably had to get a permit for that. Though,
That's what I'm saying. Like they had.
It's like
to.
building a
I've
shack.
seen a few houses. I've seen multiple houses with those CB radios, and I remember telling Jane, we walked by it walking the dog, and I was just kind of like, that guy just has a CB radio, and she's like, what? CB radio? I'm like, listen here, child.
Yeah, right. They have fucking ham handle.
She's fucking 30. She's in her 30s, and she doesn't know what a
She doesn't
CB
know
radio is.
CB radios. Ridiculous. Oh man.
All
Well,
right.
that's crazy.
I gotta get going.
All right. Well, okay. Well, they can find us as always at Binge on this.
Happy 99th, guys.
It is our 99th. What a special time, guys.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for being here with us. Thank you for Zach Vetterman and Will B. Martinez. And thank you for a lot of other special people, my mom and John. Thank you guys, Jane, as always, for being here, being supportive, and allowing us to do this in all three of the apartments. Thank you guys. Thank you, FC, for being one of the first people out there to follow us and stay with us and do what you did with us. It gave everyone else confidence to come on board with us. Thank you to everyone else who had all of our shows, MDK, Carla Risa. Thank you, Dr. Alex, Star, Drew, Connor. Every single one of you guys are incredibly special and important to us, and we're so thankful that you guys do what you do for us. And of course, thank you, Sam. As always, my ever-present co-star and co-owner.
I was just thinking about Roll 420s. We need to get back on that.
And Roll 420s. And thank you to
We
me.
need to get back on Sam of All
As
Trades.
always,
Fuck.
Sam of All Trades. And,
many things.
Thank you to the Almighty, the powers of above, for whatever God
my
of your
pitch.
understanding.
I got a pitch that I'm going to pitch you. I'm
Got
not
a
gonna
pitch?
I'm not going to do it to you.
Okay.
Not on here. But.
Okay. Thank you for his pitch. Thank you to me. Thank you to you. And then you guys can find us at Binge on this channel on Instagram. You can find us on YouTube at Binge on this channel. You can find our website at bingeonthischannel.com. You can find us at Patreon at Binge on this. You can also find the links all down below in the description. Please, 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 guys, leave us a review. Go and see if you are interested in any of the tiers on the Patreon, because we could really use your help. You can find Sam at
_ Sam of All Trades.
You can find me at the real REEL _ Bryan TV. And as always, guys, remember to love each other, stay safe, and to dream the dream of 1,000 dreams.
Geronimo!
Yeah!